Hi everyone, welcome in. Ew, who's in here just watching? Like, why are you guys so weird? Just there watching. Oh, I forgot to charge my keyboard. Hi everyone, welcome in. Hello, welcome in, guys. Please like the stream. Donations are open. There are no free readings. I'm doing great. How are you? Which I need it because I post. Oh, what kind of videos do you make? Oh, okay, nice. Hey, Anila, you could post your question. I don't have access to my email. I mean, my iPad is dead, so it's charging. I'm doing good. What is that coming out like that? All right, let's see. Feelings and next actions towards me because he's literally drunk and going on a rant, trying to put me down by saying a lot of things that aren't necessarily true, but more so like he's unappreciative and ungrateful. Okay. Unappreciative and grateful towards how I show up for him in this relationship. All right, let's see. What are his feelings and next actions towards Anila? What are Jabbar's feelings and next actions towards her? What are Jabbar's feelings and next actions towards her? All right, the sun is here. The Queen of Wands. I feel like the Justice card, you know what? I feel like he's doing this because he thinks you're having like a good time without him. So you're showing up as the Queen of Wands, very confident, very beautiful, very much in her energy, like very powerful. And I feel like he's having a hard time. Look, you got the Nine of Swords here. I feel like it's almost like you're getting your justice by being away. You're getting your justice because it has him like overthinking. It has him like literally like there's worry, there's fear. To me it feels like trying to show up like a bit like childish how he's showing up, because the sun card sometimes could be like a very childlike energy. So I feel like when it comes to you right now, there's a bit of like resentment because you're not there. I feel, show me this Justice card. I want to clarify something. Show me the Justice card. Look, the Page of Swords. So I feel like he's almost, but I feel it's definitely an insecure energy, like almost like a jealous rage, like as if you're gonna go out there and meet someone. He's like, I feel like it's crazy because I feel like you don't probably notice this when you're home, but I feel like he keeps tabs on you. Like because he knows that you're home, so he knows where you're at. Over there, like you being away, he doesn't know 100%. And I feel like that's kind of like, again, causing some sleepless nights here. I feel like intuitively he knows that you're not doing anything, but again, it's like there's like a jealous rage here. Show me more on him. The Two of Pentacles. Yeah, he's like not sure of what to think. The Two of Pentacles makes me feel like he's like 1 minute he's like, yeah, she's not gonna do anything. The next minute he's like, maybe she will because I've done stuff. The Strength card is here. Yeah, look, the eagle's coming in. I feel like his next actions, I'm getting like very argumentative here. Um, the Ten of Pentacles. I really remember how I said, yeah, look, he's overthinking. And you remember how I said, like, I wouldn't be surprised if at some point he mentions like going out there. I really feel, I really feel like he might be thinking that, because look, he's like wanting to reunite with you guys. He's keeping himself trapped, like he feels trapped in his thoughts. um you said he did express some jealousy, like, I could have saved this money to go see my family, but here you are and you're complaining about your, oh my god, he is being argumentative. Yeah, that's what I'm getting from him, like being argumentative, like finding, you know what I'm getting, like, have you ever like talked to someone, right, and they're like, um every time you say something, they have something negative. Like, let's just say you'd be like, "Oh my god, I love that pink flower." They'll be like, "Ugh, I hate the color pink." Um, or like you'd be like, "Yeah, I went to the show, it was so good." And they'd be like, "Yeah, that artist sucks." Like, I forget what, like almost combative. There you go, like combative, and you got the Knight of Cups. Like, that's what I'm getting from him. Like, he's gonna be like maybe like a little combative for a little bit, but the Hangman with the Knight of Cups, to me, I feel like he's going to, like I said, intuitively, I feel like he knows that you're not doing anything right. He knows that you're not that type of person. I feel like he's letting his ego mind get to him though. But I feel like he'll eventually just stop and like follow his heart, and to me take a pause. Like, I feel like something, to me, the Hangman is enlightened when you get enlightenment on your own. So I feel like he may be enlightened on his own, where he's gonna be like, all right, let me stop acting like a dick. Like, I'm a new perspective, releasing like the BS, right? Releasing like the negative energy. Um, and I feel like again it's like a jealousy thing, because I feel like he knows what he has in front of him. Even if he acts like he doesn't, he knows. And I feel like again, like I don't think I'm gonna be so I don't think that he knew that he was gonna feel like this. Like, I feel like he's in new territory. Remember the last reading, I think I asked you, I was like, have you ever been gone this long? For some reason I feel like that was on his mind. Like, what am I gonna do when she's not here? Or like, I feel like that was already on his mind. And now it's like, now that you're there and it's been a few days, now he's like, fuck. Um, the Magician is here. To me, the Magician is the communication card. So I do feel like you're gonna keep getting communication from him, but I do feel like eventually, like, he's gonna calm down. Um, yeah, he's lying. He's lying because you have the Ten of Pentacles here. He's just trying to make you feel bad because he feels bad. That's what I'm getting from him. You said I wanted, but so wait. He ended up texting nonstop after I manifested what I did earlier. Not showing up how I want it, but I'm still doing. Yeah, so because it's like that. Like, remember, like your old story has to die, and sometimes it takes a little while. And that's just me being realistic. People won't say that shit, but realistically, yeah, the old story has to die down. Remember, if you've been in the story first with someone, even for a few months, we can't expect that overnight. I mean, I always say change overnight, because as soon as you, this is the thing, as soon as you plant the seed, it's already growing. It's just, a storm may come, or and move the seed around a little bit, or you may have to water it a little bit more. You may have to give it some little nutrients here and there. That's how I look at manifestation. To me, it's always like a seed that's planted. The desire is there. You just gotta, because what happens is, right, if you, the bullshit is gonna show up, right? Because it's the old story showing up, and there you decide, like, am I gonna keep entertaining the old story? Like, you change everything in your mind. So even if he's cutting up in the 3D, as long as you're doing what you have to do in your mind, you're good. He was blowing, and it's like, wow, since it's guilt, yeah, and projection, yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, you see, that's how it is. And it's crazy because like for me lately, shit been showing up that I'm like, what the fuck? I'd be like, oh my god. But yeah, I feel like he's projecting, but it's like, you know what I always say, like there's always like a bridge of events, or like a purge that happens everybody, a lot of people say I never experienced that, but there's a lot more people that have. That's how I look at it. I would say like it's just a purge of like the old story just leaving, and he'd be all right. But I feel like you're gonna still obviously get communication from him. I do feel like it's gonna die down, like his bitterness, and I feel like he'll get that like on his own, and it could just be you like with your thought transmission, and like putting out the energy there where it's just he may think it's coming from him, but it's really not. Yeah, that's how I would stay too. I would just stay calm because once you entertain it, that's it. Like I wouldn't say you get stuck there, but once you entertain it, then you have to like, and now that's another thing I was telling someone the other day that I was coaching on the phone. You don't restart, you just pick up where you left off. But it's like, how can I say it? Like, all right, so if something keeps showing up, right? Something keeps showing up. The less you entertain it, eventually it'll just die down. Just like a thought, a negative thought. If you eventually address it and don't keep like falling into that trap, like it's the what it is to me is like the sooner you can go back to your new story, the better. And with time that happens, because I could tell you like there are stuff um that I'm like, what the fuck happened? Like, I don't even remember why I stopped talking to that person because I revised all of that. So I don't even remember stuff. Or there's stuff that I'll just be like, oh shit, right, that did happen. Or like lately, I just like, whenever a thought comes up, I'm like, yeah, it never happened. And I just keep it moving. He'll blow up. Yeah. And entertain it. He's just talking. I'm listening. Yeah, that's what I would do. I would just literally, um, ooh, excuse me. That's what I would do. I wouldn't entertain the BS because that's what you're supposed to do, right? You're supposed to ignore it. You're supposed to ignore the BS because if not, it just keeps showing up. Yeah, they have no choice but to show up. You know what? I was just looking through something where I was like, damn, where is it? Yeah, I told myself that yesterday. I had like a little day, but I'm also on my menstrual, and I'm like, okay, I gotta remember why I feel like that, and it's not because of something else. And I feel great today. Yeah, you have to. That's what you know what I was saying that I was talking about that last night on my live. I said people don't realize you want to experience something different. You have to change too, right? And we're taught like in law of assumption, like your thoughts create, right? So um we can't catch every single thought. It's to me it's more so like if you see that something keeps coming up, like you got to be able to correct yourself on the spot because the devil is a liar. The devil is a liar, and our conscious mind is, I wouldn't say the devil, but our conscious mind is ran by our ego. So it's kind of technically we want to call it that, and it's the one that casts fears, doubts, and you'll start to see certain things. Like I was questioning something the other day, and I was like, girl, that's why I work on multiple things, because as other things are coming in, it keeps your how do you say that, like your confidence that like, yeah, this is real, like it is a real change. And once you do change, the thing is everything changes. How what I was saying, your desires, you don't revolve around your desires revolve around you. So it's like if you want to sit here and be entertaining bullshit, then go ahead. But this is why I don't talk to certain people. Like my sister found this app that I forget. She said, I guess, is local for here, where they were putting a bunch of people's like guys. Like basically, you could get there's people doing reviews on guys, right? And she sent it to me, and I was like, girl, I do not want to like. I do not want that. That to me is so negative because at the end of the day, everybody experiences people differently. I'm not saying don't pay attention to certain things. Like, of course, if you know about somebody being, an abuser, like, been in jail for domestic violence, that's different. But like, people date, and not everybody takes everybody serious. So no. Yeah, your internal environment, that's because your life, like everything else, there's nothing outside of you, right? Everything is within you. So like, the moment that you switch up, that's how they show up, and that's just period. I don't have time to be negative. And I remember talking to one of my best friends. I kind of just had to cut her off a little bit because she's a very negative person. And like, she try to call me delusional or something. Like, she kind of, and I was like, hold the fuck up. Like, first of all, I've been doing my practice for over 3 years now. Um, what have you been doing? Cause, and I told her straight up, I said, I'd rather be delusional and let that fucking miserable. I'd rather tell myself that life is great, even if there are things that are not 100%. But you know what? Life is great because technically we woke up this morning. There's people that haven't. So then I was like, you know what? Why am I even entertaining someone who literally has nothing but negative shit happens to her all the time? Like, why am I even like being so bothered by what she had to say? And I just let it be. I'm not surprised he's jealous. Tahini told me the same. She said when I go to New York, he's gonna miss me. And also when I'm here, he's gonna feel jealous. Yeah, but he wouldn't know how to handle. Yeah, remember? Yeah, girl. You know what's crazy? Like, I didn't even notice that till 3 years ago. Like, if I could tell you that, like, my best friend circle is, yeah, not really there. And I'm okay with it because I'm like, you know what? If I have to, I like growth. And if I have to grow apart from people, then it is what it is. I'm not going to dwell on it. Like, I'm not. I'd rather be around like-minded people. Like, sometimes you call people and they're so miserable. And it's like, I'm like, what are you up to? Nothing. I'm like, hell no, you won't get, because I barely call people. So if I call you and you act like that, I'm out. Like, you won't ever get another call from me. And I think people don't like accountability. Like, the last time we spoke, I told her, I was like, there's a pattern. Like, you're always blaming people outside of you for like mishaps. Like, it's you. Like, at some point you got to take accountability. Like, what are you doing? Because I know me, when I'm lazy, when when I say I'm gonna do something and I don't do it, when I procrastinate, when I'm entertaining BS, right? Then things start to fall apart, right? Or things are not gonna things don't go my way. But when I do focus and I'm really like in my zone and I'm just like, feeling productive and I'm actually getting stuff done. And even on those days that I don't even feel like I have energy to do stuff, those are the days that I really get up because, sometimes, like, I don't know if this has happened to you, Anila, like, when you're not busy, you start overthinking shit. And I'm like, that's the place that I don't like to be in. When I went out with my friends on Sunday, my guy best friend and his wife invited me out. And when I went out with them, I could tell you that the we was out for like 6 hours. And throughout, at least, like, I'm gonna have to say, like, at least, like, only maybe like 15 minutes throughout those 6 hours that I was out that I think about anything, any of my desires, or like anything. Like, I literally focused on what I was doing. Like, I was focused on, like, and like being entertained by what was happening. Like, we was having such a good time that I didn't even have time to think about anything. But I noticed that my thoughts were not being like spiraling into negativity. Sometimes people just fall off when you change. Yeah, and they don't understand. Yep. I've been growing, but people are so delusional and miserable they don't see your growth. Yeah, girl, and blind to see your growth too. Yeah, and you know what? I'm gonna tell you something. And last year, all of last year, I remember at one point I was like falling back from a lot of people. I had already been falling back. But with this one specifically, I went like I was there for her for something, and right after that, I just really focused on me. And I'm gonna tell you something. When I tell you that things just fell in my lap, and there's a specific person, whenever I'm away from her, things just fall in my lap. That I was like, this year I started to like reopen up to like, let me see how my friends are doing. Like, let me. I felt like I was a bad friend, right, from falling back. Girl, that fast, that door was closed. I was like, yeah, no. Yeah, hell yeah, it's definitely a home for a mess to develop. That's what I think. Saturday, I felt a little bit like not too off. I felt okay, and then like yesterday, I woke up like feeling like a little bit like I was also very tired yesterday because the day before we was out for so long. But you know what? I at one point in the day, like around like 12 o'clock, I was like, no, that's it. That's all right. Doing what I'm doing, and that's what I did. And that's what you have to do because, yeah, exactly what you said. An idle mind is the devil's workshop. Absolutely. And we don't need that. That's why I tell people that I like, find stuff that you have fun with, that like, watch your shows. You don't have to be affirming all day. Like, just from your inner conversations, but not only the inner conversations, like, what are you entertaining when you talk to your friends and family? You know? I'm over here now. I'm gonna start working on my ideal body. So I'm over here creating my affirmations for that. I like working on different things. I cut someone off that I thought was a close friend, and the way she flipped on me when I was busy living my life and occupied and couldn't do her read when she wanted to because I said I was busy and stuff. She went off, yo. Her animosity towards me spilled. Oh, girl, yeah. See, people no. Towards myself, and she blew my phone up for days, being so disrespectful, mean, and bullying, and I literally did not respond to a single thing. She harassed me so bad, I ended up I would have blocked her too. Let me tell you something. That's another thing with people. They think that you on their time, and it's like no, 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 absolutely not. And another thing too, like people that take advantage, because I had noticed that too. I had a mod before, and she's a pretty popular mod. Um, T had her too. T had to get rid of her too. But I knew her for years. Like, I've been coming to YouTube to get readings since 20, I want to say early 2022. And so I knew her from other accounts. And when she found my account, I made her mad because she's amazing. Or so I thought. Girl, then I started noticing like she would hit me up, like she would call me and I would like talk to her. But then I noticed like she always wanted some type of like, I don't need tarot deck like cards to like read. Like if something comes through, something comes through. But I feel like she always wanted something like that. And I had to tell her, I'm like, I don't be in my spiritual mind 24/7. Like, and to me, I feel like if something comes to me organically, like cool, but I don't look for stuff every single day. I don't look for, like, even in my manifestation journey, I don't look for signs. I look for my actual full on manifestation. Like, and I don't even look for it, I let it come in. So I'm like, I don't live in my spiritual mind 24/7. And by that, what I had to tell her, because I'm like, I'm a spiritual being at the end of the day, but I'm not looking for answers for myself, let alone for people outside of me. Like, I don't base my life decisions just on with my spiritual mind. And she literally was like, it was like all the time, and she would keep me on the phone for hours, where I used to be like, girl, I gotta get off the phone. Then she would hit me up and be like, oh, I got this hit. She would call it a hit, like a download about my ex. And at one point I was like, I don't want him. Like, I don't want to be with him, so I don't want these messages that you're sending. Like, I don't care to know. And she was getting like hostile, girl. She was acting crazy. I had to block her ass. And that was that. I have no life at her home, no kids, no husband to take care of. I was baffled at her. Yeah, although I said it in disrespect, I was so disappointed. I was so good to her. I would stay on a call for hours every day, doing free reads, letting her vet, and she turned around and said, girl, those be the ones. Yeah. Mm-mm. I had to cut down on that stuff because, I'm a person, like, I've learned that that's why I haven't really been getting readings from anyone. Like, I slowed down on that because I felt like too, like, for me, I feel like when I saw movement, and that's just my own perspective, when I don't get readings, when I really just, last year when I fell back from getting readings, like, again, because I was in my own mind and I was creating my own story, that nothing was affecting what was coming in, because that's, reading sometimes can affect your energy. People don't really realize that. But yeah, I've had a few people where I had to cut that off because I noticed, like, they want readings from you all the time, and I have another person where we would give each other readings, but I noticed, like, she would have an attitude when she gave me readings, and I'm like, I don't want you giving me readings, like, but also don't call me to give you readings if you're gonna do that to me when I'm getting a reading. Back and forth drama. I cut people clean. Block. Yeah, same for me. Yeah, I wasn't seeing people in tarot community. Girl, she was crazy. I'm sure you've seen her around. Queen of Swords. That bitch is crazy. And when I say we was cool for all them years until she became a mod, then she would feel some type of way about my other mods, and I was like, oh, nah. I only have just now because she's the one that shows up. So I'm like, if you're not showing up to my account, you're not gonna have access to being a mod. As simple as that. Yeah, if you don't come in my account, and especially if I see that you still go to other people's, then you're not gonna be a mod in my account. I'm okay. Oh, look, this is what the other day I channeled this, so this could be something for you too, Anila. Um, it's, I revoke every negative story I've been telling myself. I cancel every excuse. I cancel every negative thought. My desire is done because I said so. I am the proof. I am the cause. That I channeled that the other day. It's like, I call that a blanket affirmation. Yeah. There's they say everybody is you pushed out or whatever, and I feel like I could tell you, like, I've experienced some patterns with people. Um I just get done with it. Yeah, I'm the same way too. Like, especially once you get disrespectful and you cross certain lines, like, it's never like, we can never be the same. Yeah, right. Because that's I'm like I have to remind myself sometimes because so I noticed I've been like I asked like spirit to show me like what negative thoughts I've been having towards anything, right? Like negative stories that are playing in the loop. And girl, I found a few. A few came up that was like, oh hell no, I'll cancel all of that. Girl, you know what's crazy? My ex used to say, what he used to tell me, he said, you know what? I feel like he used that same exact word, immaculate. He used to like your fallback game is so immaculate. He's like, you got to teach me how to fall back like you. Yeah, one thing about me is I'm gonna do what I gotta do in my head, but you will not get no fucking attention from me. Big hearted person, so when I cut someone off, they did everything. Yeah, exactly. They can never come back. Yeah, I think people don't realize that. You know what I learned too with this, like doing the readings. I feel like this is why I stopped doing free readings. People don't look at us as humans. Like they look at us as like, oh well, whatever. I had someone come in the other day. She liked the stream or whatever, and she was like somebody that used to come into my channel a lot too. Never has paid for a reading, whatever. I don't really care, but she came in, and when I said, yeah, there's no free readings, she took her like back and whatever. And I'm like, this is exactly why, because I feel like some people only support if they're getting something out of it, but outside of that, and to me that's not genuine. That's not genuine. So I'm like, that's why I don't even do it, because I don't feel like there's a genuine equal give and take. There's just give me, give me, give me, and when you don't, they don't give to you at all. But it's always about what they're receiving. It's never about what you like them. Just genuinely, like I said, even just liking the stream, even coming in to say hi. Um, so I'm like, yeah, I don't feel bad. I did the free reading stuff for over a year. I used to do a lot of free stuff, and you know what? I don't feel bad to not do it anymore. I used to, but I haven't. I said if I'm ever, and you know what I did? I tried to do it like maybe like a week or two ago, and it was a mess in here, and I was like, yeah, see, no, I'm not gonna do this no more. People sit around.